wanting them to make it.
It's heaven spelled backwards? Wow. That's cool. I've never heard that name. Do people call you heaven?
Oh yeah, that's
So what
every
is your
day.
name really? Is it Neve? That's cool. I
I have
like
no
that.
idea. Well, no, I take it back. This morning they are presenting lessons to the class of how they're going to teach their procedures for the first day. Yeah, so that's what they did yesterday was get a little lesson from Mr. Moretta on writing procedures, and then this morning they're going to actually teach the class how they expect them to cover the room. Oh yeah, yeah, and that's what they were talking about. That one of the best things, actually two of the biggest takeaways is all of the things that they're learning to be prepared for teaching, and the fact that they've been together so long that now they're friends, and so they'll have a resource. Yeah.
This is my prototype.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That is really cool.
So yes, I use the bottles.
Wow. I can't wait.
I can't wait to show you my balloon car and how it doesn't work.
Oh.
Is it K-A-Y or C-A-Y? Everybody is so different. L-A? There's K. You see that still yours? Jazz. All right, there you go, Miss Jazz.
Yes.
My real name is just a nickname.
What? Jazz? Well, I like it. That's good. Everybody has names today, right? All right, is everybody ready? Okay, come on in. Nice to meet you. Jazz. Kayla. What's your name? Elena. Carolina. Good to see you. Carolina, good to see you. Wait, name? Trey. Hey, Trey. I'll get you another one. Great. Hey, Jay, nice to see you. Elliot, nice to meet you.
What was your name?
Lexi, you're the only cheerleader out of the group.
Hey, wait, hold on. There cannot be more at a table than the chairs were originally. So I need some of you to go over to these other tables, huh?
These were all the chairs that we had.
I get it. I get that you want to stay together. But what we're going to do is the three of you are coming to this table over here. Thank you. I know it's fun to sit by friends, but there's a reason why we need to have enough people in each group.
Wait, but they're not these seats in this room.
Huh? I need two of you and over here.
No way.
Hey, two. I need two. We have four. These two. Four. Can you go over here, please? Thank you, Kayla. That makes 4, 5, 4, and 4. All right. How is everybody today? Good. I'm glad to hear it. My name is Miss Owen, and I'm so happy to have you all in class today. And I love the fact that you have names on your shirts because I like to know what the names are of the students in the class because I think that makes things so much more personal. I want you for a second to, we're going to talk about how our class is going to go today. And if you have an answer, I don't want you to just blurt it out, all right? If everybody starts blurting out stuff, we can't hear what everybody's trying to say. So if you have an answer to a question or something that we're talking about today, I want you to give me a thumbs up, all right? So let me see that. Everybody put your thumbs up. There you go. All right, I like that. Whoops. I bumped into the table. And so if you have an answer, you're going to give me a thumbs up instead of just blurting it out, right? When I need your attention today if everybody's kind of doing their own thing, because we're going to do something really exciting at the end of this class, I know you're going to love it. I want you, when I say hey, you say ho, all right? Let's practice that. Hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho. Very good, you got it. That was very quick learning. I'm impressed, all right? So hey, ho, and that means I need your attention if everybody is in the middle of doing stuff that we're going to talk about. So what I want you to do just right off the bat is, everybody sees the papers in the middle of your table, yes? Thumbs up if you see it. All right. What I want you to do for the next 3 or 4 minutes in your group very quietly is, first of all, I want you to be the leader for this group. Pass one of these papers out to everybody, okay? I want you to be the leader here. Pass one of these out. I want you to be the leader here. Pass the paper out to everybody. And I'd like for you to do it on this table, all right? Does everybody, thumbs up if you have a paper in front of you. Thumbs up, everybody? Okay, let's talk about this paper for just a second. It's called the KWL chart. First of all, I want you to put your name at the top of the paper. So go ahead and do that, please. Leaders of the group, make sure your table has pencils. Everybody at your table has pencils.
First name, last name?
You can just put your first name. That's cool. On this KWL chart, is it Carolina? Yes. Carolina, I want you to tell me what the first section says. Is everybody? I need everybody's attention. All right. Go ahead and say it again loud, Carolina, in your cheer voice.
What I know.
What I know. All right. So somebody raise your hand if you know what I know means. All right. I want to see the thumbs up.
Oh.
All right. Go ahead.
Like, what I know means like what you know.
It's pretty simple. It's self-explanatory. I know it's kind of silly as a question. So if I said, tell me what you know about basketball, then what would you, raise your hand if you know something you know about basketball. Go ahead and tell me what you know about basketball. One thing. Jake. Huh?
3-pointers.
There are 3-pointers. That's the most exciting thing about basketball, right? When people make 3-pointers. Who else knows something about basketball? Haley. There's a half court. That's true. There are lots of things about, one more thing, Zeke, go ahead.
There is a ball.
There is a ball. That seems very simple, Zeke, but that is a very good observation about basketball. Could basketball be played without a ball? No. All right. So I need everybody to be quiet, please. All right. So what I know means what you already know. All right. So that's a pretty simple, self-explanatory thing. Let me see, what is your name? Michael. Michael, did yours fall off? I'll get you another one. Michael. Michael, tell me what the next column says.
What I want to know.
What I want to know. Very good. So thumbs up if you know what I want to know means. Let me see. Wait, I got it. Kayla, go ahead. What you want to know. Expound on that. Kayla, give me a little bit more information. What's another word besides what I want to know? It's okay, Kayla, we'll come back to you. I like the name on your forehead. I can see it really good, Jazz. All right, Jazz, give me what that means. What would that mean in another way?
What you want to know.
What you want to learn. Very good. And we have Elliot. What do you think?
Like a question.
A question. So maybe what you're curious about. You know what the word curious means? Something you're thinking about that maybe one thing makes you think about another thing, right? So now that we've kind of understand what this paper is about, you're going to be making lists in just a moment on your own about, just for the first 2 columns. Don't touch the third one yet, because what I learned means something that means you've gained new information about it, and we haven't even talked about it yet, all right? So I want you to take 2 minutes at your table and write down in those first 2 columns. Do you see the picture on your table? There is a picture. I don't want you to talk about it among your group. I just want you to look at the picture and write at least 2 or 3 things in those first 2 columns regarding that picture on your table. All right? Go ahead and start. No talking while we're doing this, please. It's very important that everybody's able to concentrate.
Do they have to be sentences or can they be bullets?
They can be bullets. I'm okay with that. Thank you for asking. I'm amazed at how quiet y'all are being. Thank you so much. One more minute. Put those thinking caps on. If you have no idea about what that is or what it's for, and you have nothing to put on your paper, I understand that. Hopefully at the end of this class you'll understand it and we'll go through the process together. So if you're having a hard time coming up with things, then we'll be learning about it as we go through the class. All right, about 20 more seconds. Let's wrap it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your pencils down, everybody. When your pencils are down, raise your hands up. I want to see both of those hands in the air. Pencils down, hands up. Pencils down, hands up. Leave your hands up if your pencils are down. Hands up if your pencils are down. Come on, Calista, play along. Hands up if your pencils are down. Everybody got their hands up. All right, you put your hands down. All right, so let's talk about this for a second. I want to see from some of your own experiences what you know about that picture. If you would like to tell me one thing you know about it, thumb up. De'Ara, it kills birds. All right, it could kill birds, I guess. How would it kill birds, De'Ara? Go ahead, it's okay. Every answer is fine. All right, De'Ara, tell us how it would kill birds.
Because it moves and I heard that this thing actually kills I think 40,000 birds per year.
Okay, that's valid. She has heard and read that can kill birds, and it is actually, I can see how it could do that. Elliot, tell me one thing you know.
That it can make farms like wind power. Like there's
Yes.
lots of wind.
Exactly. It's used for harnessing wind to create power. So who else has a thumb up over here at this table? Haley. I'm sorry? They spin to give air. They do spin, that's right, that's a good point. Somebody at this table, thumbs up if you tell me what you know about that. Okay, thanks. It's a windmill. It's a very modern looking windmill, right? That's a good observation. I need somebody over here at this table. Thumbs up if you want to tell me what you know about that.
Come on, futuristic windmill.
Zeke, how about Zeke?
It came from the windmill.
It's an eco-friendly, hold on one second, Zeke. When somebody else is talking, I need everybody to not talk. All right, we've all been in situations, and over here too. We don't talk when other people are talking. All right, so everybody, ears on Zeke. Tell us that again, Zeke.
It's an eco-friendly environment.
It makes for an eco-friendly environment. Why is that, Zeke?
Because there's energy.
Because it creates energy. Very good. And I want one more thing about what people know. Did you want to say another thing, De'Ara?
Yes, it's not reliable.
I'm sorry?
It's not reliable.
It's not reliable. Wow, that's a good one. Why do you think it's not reliable?
Because it needs a lot of wind for it to actually move,
Mhm.
and there's sometimes it's not enough wind for it to make a good amount of energy.
All right.
So so they usually put it in very windy places, and usually those windy places does not have enough wind to even move it like for a full circle.
That's a good point. I like that. All right, so De'Ara said it's not reliable. Have we all been outside when it's really windy?
Yeah.
Yes. And have we been outside where there's no wind, like here, there's no breeze? So wind is not reliable. That's a good point. I want to go on to the next column really quickly, and I want somebody to tell me one thing they want to know about that picture. Let me see your name. Elena? Elena, go ahead and tell us. Loud and proud like a cheer. I heard y'all cheering the other day. She wants to know how it works. Good job. One person at this table. Jazz. What do you want to know?
Why is it so important?
Why it's so important. Good job. One person at this table. Thank you, Kate. What is it?
Why does there have to be like 3? Like, why not 4?
Right. Why is it 3? That's a good question. Go ahead. Let's hear what you have to say, Raymond. You forgot. All right. Someone at this table. One more thing, Jake.
I want to know where has the most.
Where has the most of these wind turbines? That's a good question too. All right, thank you everybody for your questions, for what you know. What we're going to do today, and I want you to just draw your attention up here. I need everybody's attention on me. Eyes on me. Thank you. Thank you. Our learning goal today, and I want you to be aware of this, because a learning goal is kind of like a roadmap, right? Well, we don't have paper roadmaps so much anymore, but I bet your parents use MapQuest or some app on their phone to get where they need to go, right? If we don't have a map or directions, we don't know where we're supposed to be going to. Like today when I came to this school, I had to put it on my MapQuest because I don't come over here all the time. And so I needed directions and I needed to know what my end goal was. So I want you guys to be aware. Our end goal today is that students will be able to understand and demonstrate that wind can be used to generate power. All right? So I want everybody to say this goal with me. You see it on the board, right? Everybody thumbs up if you hear me. Yes. All right, so together as a class, let's read this. 1, 2, 3. Students will be able to understand and demonstrate that wind can be used to generate power. Now I need you to say it like me, okay? Let's do it again, one more time. Students will be able to understand and demonstrate
That wind can be used to generate
power. Oh, that is awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so let's talk about the wind. I need everybody to have their ears because we're going to do something really fun at the end of this class. You're going to like it. But for a few minutes, we need to learn some information about wind. So we've already established that wind can be strong. Did you want to come on in? All right. We've already established, because De'Ara pointed out, that wind is not reliable, right? Sometimes it's really windy, and sometimes it is very still outside, right? So we have wind. It's not all that reliable, but wind energy, when we use wind to power things, like that thing you see on your table, which by the way is called a wind turbine. Everybody say that with me.
I know it's
Wind turbine. Wind turbine. I like the way you said that. Let's do it again. Everybody say that together.
Wind turbine.
Right. When you have wind turbines that the wind moves to make move, it creates energy. What are some other things that we use? Do we need to get a chair for her? Here we go. You want to sit over here? You're welcome. All right. All right, I need your attention. So there are other types of energy besides wind. Wind is what we call if you see these words up here, these are words you might not be familiar with. Renewable energy. Raise your hand if you know what renewable energy is. Caden. Is it Caden?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Caden. What is renewable versus non-renewable energy?
Oh yeah, it can be used.
Hey, hold on. Let's listen to Caden. Ears on Caden.
It can be used again.
It can be used again. it never runs out, right? One person over here, Haley, sorry. I'm sorry, I couldn't read it. Go ahead, Haley. Everybody, thank you, Trey. Everybody, shh. Renewable. What makes energy renewable?
You can replace it like with tomatoes if they're all rotten, then you can
It can be replaced. One person over here, tell me what renewable energy is. Go ahead, Trey.
Renewable energy is just energy that you can just reuse it like water, wind, sun, all that stuff.
Very good. All right, so we have some, I need everybody listening. We have some types of energy that we use and it's gone, right? Like what runs our cars?
coal,
Gas.
Fossil fuels.
Oil.
Yeah, huh?
Fossil fuels.
Fossil fuels, gas. We have other types of energy that use coal. And so when we have, does the wind always blow? Let me just ask you that. I mean, is there always going to be wind? Is wind ever going to go away? No, it's not.
If there's no atmosphere.
That's in a situation. But we will always have wind that blows. That's why wind is renewable. All right. It may not blow as much today, but it will blow tomorrow at a certain degree. All right. So solar arrays. Who knows what these are? Panels. Solar panels. Have you seen those?
Yeah, we have them on our house.
You have them on your house, Elliot. All right. Tell me about that. What do they do?
They're like these big squares on top of your roof at an angle on where the sun shines on it, so that way it can make power out of solar, like the sun.
Right, that's exactly right. So solar is another type of renewable energy because is the sun ever going to stop shining?
At one point.
At one point.
At night.
But it does shine every day. So solar energy is renewable. And solar panels are also called solar arrays. All right. So is there anything else anybody would like to add about wind energy? Why is wind energy important to our world? Somebody answer that. Go ahead.
Because when you're too hot, you get to have wind cool you down.
Well, that's true. That's true. You know what? I'm going to save that question for the end of the class because I want you to be thinking about it. I want you to be thinking after we watch this video and do our little project. Hold on a second. Hold on. How wind energy is important and why it's important to us, all right? So how do I got a question?
Do you need help?
Do you know how to turn this on?
I
Never mind, I got it. All right.
It's on me too, my too, right?
It should be on the right. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. I need everybody to not talk right now. Thank you so much. Hold on 1 second. I still hear talking.
Hi, I'm Lee Patrick Sullivan. The power of the wind.
I know, he's kind of silly, right? Yes. I want everybody to listen. This is just a few minutes, and it's going to give us some more information about what we've already been talking about, all right?
And wind is a form of energy for thousands of years to power sailboats and windmills. Without the power of wind, our ancestors would have struggled to travel across oceans, trade with other nations, and explore the wonders of the world. Wind is air in motion. It's caused by uneven temperatures on the Earth's surface when heated by the sun. Because the air over the land heats up more quickly than the air over the water, the warm air rises and the heavier, cooler air rushes in to take its place, creating wind. While this process is not as predictable as the rising and setting of the sun, it's just as renewable. In 2010, wind power generated about 2% of total U.S. electricity. Wind turbines harness the kinetic energy of moving air. The air blows over the blades, creating lift just like the wings of an airplane. This causes the blades to move, and through a drive shaft, this turns a generator that creates electricity. Similar to solar arrays, wind farms connect individual wind turbines together to generate electricity on a large scale. These wind farms can be built on both land and water. Building wind farms off the coastline of the United States is a new idea for capturing more of the wind's energy. Offshore areas have plenty of space, the wind is reliable, and wind farms built off the coastline would be much closer to major cities than those that already exist on land. The first offshore wind farm to win a permit from the federal government is scheduled to be built off the shore of Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Current plans call for 130 wind turbines, or enough to power hundreds of thousands of homes.
I don't think he knows how to say turbines.
Well,
Animated
it's a matter of how people pronounce things. All right. So that gave us a little bit more information about wind energy. Yes, nod your head if you learned something new. What did you learn through that little video clip about wind energy? Raise your hand with a thumbs up. Go ahead. They can also be built on water. They're called wind farms when they have these wind turbines or turbines, however you want to say it. They're called wind farms, and basically what those wind farms do is they harness the energy of the wind and they create electricity to be used in homes and everything else. And by the way, one wind turbine can power about 100,000 homes. So if the wind is blowing and there's a lot of wind, do you think it's a good idea that we have stuff like wind energy that will help us not rely so much on gas and coal and the things that might pollute the world? Yeah? Did somebody else have something that they learned over here at this table? Anybody at this table? What is wind energy? What's it used for? Michael? Huh? Electricity. And is it a good idea to have wind energy versus using coal or gasoline? It isn't? It is or it isn't? It can be up to you. Anybody think that it is a good idea to use more energy like wind energy that's renewable, that we're always going to have access? Tell me something that wind energy was used a long time ago for. What are some other things besides sailboats?
Windmill.
Thousands of years ago, all they had for power to travel was using wind and sailboats on the sea, right? And so now we found out a way to use that wind to hopefully not to have to rely on gas and coal, things that might go away and we're going to use them and then they're not going to be there anymore. One more thing, Kiera.
Navigation.
Navigation, how so?
It's like when you're like
What?
when you like get in a boat.
It helps you go in the right direction, right?
And it's like nighttime, and you have to like go to like north.
Right.
Stick your mouth.
You're right. People would do that to figure out which direction they needed to go in. All right, so we've learned something about wind, the fact that we can harness it, the fact that it can give us electricity, the fact that it is, what? Renewable. It's what? Renewable, because we are always going to have wind. I want to demonstrate something for you guys, and I want, in just a moment, you're going to get to do this as well. So I'm going to pour water into this bottle. Who likes experiments?
We all do.
You all do. Awesome. I'm going to blow up this balloon with my breath, with my air, okay? So,
Oh no, we're the big balloon.
so did I use wind to blow this up?
Yes.
I did. So we're going to see, what do you think will happen when I connect this balloon to the top of the water bottle?
The water will come.
He's gonna push the water into it.
Go ahead, Elliot.
Two things. Either one, the air will go in it and the water will splash, or it'll go up the straw and out of the thing into the cup.
Okay, all right. Anybody else want to predict what might happen when I put this wind, which is wind, air in a balloon, on top of the water bottle? Yes.
The water, it might take the air and then go rise to the
All right. One more thing, Trey.
Oh no, I'm just thinking.
You're thinking.
I'm not thinking about it, I'm thinking something else.
Face though.
Jake. The wind will fill the water bottle. I need one assistant to come help me.
Really, Gator?
What's your name? Lauren. Come on, Lauren. Come on up here. Thank you for being my assistant, Lauren. What I need you to do is, can everybody see?
I can't.
If you can't see, you may stand up and come up here so you can see. Lauren, come over here on this side. I want you to hold the bottle for me really tight, all right? I don't want to see. Can everybody else see?
Yeah, oh, okay, now you blocked my phone.
What I'm going to do,
Oh, I knew that.
look what happened. When I put my balloon on top of this water bottle, it acted as a source of power, right? And it helped propel the water through the tube and into my cup. All right? Does everybody understand how that happened? So if our learning goal is to understand and demonstrate that wind can be used to generate power, did the wind that I blew in this balloon generate power? How did it generate power? Someone raise their hand with a thumbs up. All right, go ahead, Elena. I can't hear you, Elena, loudly. The wind from the balloon pushed water into the cup. Just the same way that wind can be used to generate power in our homes, the wind from this balloon generated power and it helped push the water up through the straw. Did somebody else have something else they wanted to say about what they observed about this? Go ahead, Haley. That's right, that's right. Okay, so this is the exciting part. You guys are going to get to do this. Go back to your tables, please. Everybody's sitting quietly. I'm going to number you off by twos because everybody needs a partner. Because just like I had to use Lauren, right? Lauren, to help me hold the bottle, you're going to need to have a partner that helps hold the bottle while you put your balloon on top. Can I have my two helpers up here, please? Thank you. Actually, back here. I have the supplies. So I'm going to number you off first, you girls. Everybody needs a balloon, and every two people need a bottle. All right. So I'm going to number you off. All right. And those are the partners you're going to have. Does everybody hear me? Is everybody listening?
Yeah.
1, 2. You girls are partners. You two 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 are partners, and you two are partners. You two are partners. You two are partners, and you two are partners. All right? Every partner, every group. I need everybody's attention. Hey! Hey! Okay. I need everybody's attention. Please, when you get your water bottle, no blowing up the balloon yet, okay? When you get your water bottle, I want you to sit quietly. Did everybody get a Everybody has a balloon. Raise your hand if you have a balloon. Yes? Every group has a bottle, a pop bottle. I want you to help fill them up. Huh? Just fill them up to like maybe a third of the way. Okay. So I want you to work with your partner Don't tie it. Don't blow. Did you tie it? Okay. When the girls put water in your bottle, each of you are going to get a turn to blow it up and put it on top of the bottle. When that person is done, you're going to use the cup that is underneath your water bottle, and you're going to pour it back into the bottle for the second person.
Yeah, we don't have those.
Okay, that's not cooperating.
You put all the air, the water, all the water.
Why are you calling me Penelope?
I made it.
Kayla, can you come over here and sit by Raymond so y'all can work together?
That's a little bit more than a third. Well, thank you for our water.
Oh, we only got a time.
Here we go. That's what your water's going to go into. Yes.
Beautiful air.
You need another one? Who doesn't have water in their bottle yet? So the person who is not blowing up the balloon is going to have to hold the bottle for the other person while they put the balloon on top, okay?
I got it. Thank you.
Why are you trying short of the bottle?
Am I good in the balloon?
Are you going to do the balloon first?
How big do I blow?
As big as you can. To make sure that you get enough to put all the water into your
You fat!
All right, does everybody have water in their bottle?
Yes.
The person who's not blowing up, I need everybody's attention. Hey! Oh! All right, everybody should be quiet right now. The person who is holding the bottle is not the person blowing up the balloon. So if you're holding the bottle, you're not going to be blowing up your balloon. So choose who's going to go first and go ahead and give it a
Oh
try.
my gosh. Can I hold the bottle?
That work?
Yes. Do this.
So is your air providing power? Yes, right. All right.
Okay. Not gonna work out. I don't know how to do it.
Very carefully. Let's
Hold
pour
it here.
water back.
I can help it. You're like, no, hold it. Ready to put this, guys?
So change the
Drink out of it. What are you doing? Not.
Please, let her have some.
It provides
Stop it, stop it, stop it.
power, right? The air is going to provide power to get the water.
We already did it. You need help with that?
We already did it. So you might want to blow it up more because you need more air, which creates what? Remember our learning goal? What is air generation?
Air is carbon. There's no air in carbon dioxide.
Don't pop your balloon. I got nails on.
You have to go
You look boring.
Focus for her. No, one person at a time.
Hey, Miss Owens.
Really fast, Kayla.
What happened if you do both?
Huh?
Are you buddy?
Dang, it's still going. No, it's still going.
Towards that.
Where's Eric? We need.
We're gonna get old.
You have to look at it.
I know. So what is
Okay, hold it. Hold it. Okay. That's good. That's fine. Hold still. No. It does
I won.
Someone has to hold the bottle.
I feel lightheaded.
One person has to hold the bottle while the other.
Don't let me go. Oh my God!
All right. One more minute. One more minute. I want you to wrap it up at your tables, please. One more minute. Hey. Hey. That means everybody should not be talking. I need you to be listening. Is everybody listening? No. All right, 30 more seconds. Wrap it up. Deflate your balloons. Put all of your water bottles in the middle of your table, please. All right, stop deflating the balloons. Good job. Deflate your balloons, please. Yes, you may keep your balloons. Okay, I'll get you another one. Have a seat. I have towels to clean up the water. We'll do that. I need everybody.
Clench my teeth. No, but this is what it looks like when someone was
No more balloons thrown up. Put them on the table. Put the balloons down. I'll clean it up. It's okay. Put your balloons on the table, please, class. Raymond, please put your balloon on your table. You too as well. Thank you. Leave them right there. All right, class. I want to know something from you today. That wind that you blew into that balloon, what did it do for the water in the bottle tray?
And made the water go up into the
By creating what?
pressure.
And power.
Pressure and power.
Pressure and power. I want to know from you, Zeke, what did the air that you blew into your balloon do today for the water in the water bottle?
Put force into the tube and the tube produced.
It moved the water from one place to another, right? Does everybody understand how wind can generate power? Yes? Give me a thumbs up if you understand. Anybody have one more thing they want to tell today about what you learned?
It was fun.
It was fun, thank you, but what did you learn, Trey?
I learned that it was fun.
You learned that it was fun to do what? Learn. Does it make sense to you that wind can create enough power to move things, even water?
Yes.
And it can give us what we call renewable energy, yes? By always having the wind blow to create the energy we need, right? Yes? Okay, what I want you to do now is I want you to write what you learned on your chart that we started in the beginning. If it's wet, just use another column that's not wet to write one thing down that you learned today.
I think I actually threw away my paper.
Okay, we have more. No, it's over there. I never got a paper. Do you have a paper, Raymond? You've never had a paper? Ooh, Zeke, you write cursive? Okay, here we go. Write one thing you learned down, please.
I don't have a paper.
I need a paper.
And I never told you my name.
What is your name?
I don't want to write it, but I don't
I
think
like that name. Thank you. Write one thing, your name at the top, one thing that you learned at the bottom. Yes. I'll give you another. That's fine. I have more balloons. I want you to write one thing that you learned.
No, heaven look.
There should be no talking. Hey! Hello! Quiet, all right? I need you to write one thing you learned today down. As you leave in just a moment, I would like for you to scoot your chairs in. And then as you're going out the door, everybody can actually take one of these bottles home with the pipe, with the tubing in it. And everybody can take a balloon. And if you would like some fruit snacks, I will give you that as you leave as well. But you have to write down one thing you learned first.
I don't have a pencil.
You don't have a pencil? He's dying! Thank you. There you go. There's oh, it's broken.
I can move it faster.
Did you write one thing you learned down? Sorry. Okay, as you finish writing, what are their plans next? Where do they go?
Such a thing.
Parking lot.
When you are finished, I want you to line up, please. Did you leave your paper at the table, please? Oh my gosh, we're dogs! Can y'all help me out here?
They're not Scooby Snack.
Everybody needs to be in a straight line.
You don't have Scooby Snack? They're just biscuits.
You look, this looks funny.
I know. These actually cookies. They're just cookie graham.
I need to make sure that everybody, hey! Oh! Did everybody leave your paper on your table? Okay. If you would like a bottle to take with you, and if they need another balloon. Thank you for coming today. I hope that you were able to learn something. I had fun teaching you guys about wind, and have a great afternoon. They have the Scooby Snacks, the balloons, and the bottles at the exit, so you can take one with you if you would like. You don't have to. Water still Scooby Snacks. Unicorn.
Okay, I'm gonna do the balloon so it can come out and it's gonna come into my mouth. It's gonna get all of my mouth. Oh! Big up bug.
Hey!
Feel like
No, he was nice.
Are you keeping all your bottles?
I'm letting them take one home if they want it.
I'm going to read that the other way. Like a
Those bottles? If you run out of bottles, there's some on the table still, okay?
Now has 3. Boring. For another one, even though she already has 4.
You don't have any more bottles?
Yeah, how many more bottles? Raise your hand for a bottle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want. Okay, 7 more. May I have 4 bottles?
More bottles?
Oh wait, no, I don't want one. 3. Hey.
This stuff has water in it, so you can dump it out.
Oh, and then
Anyone else wanted one?
Michael, do you want Michael? And then Caleb. Alright, and then
There's more. Everybody got one that wanted one? Okay.
did you get a balloon? Did you want a balloon? Yes, I did.
I'm sorry? How'd you know that?